You have two options for creating a process. You can directly access the process editor by clicking on this icon. Or you click directly on the plus icon at the top right to create a process. We will see how to access the process editor. I click on the process editor. If you already have processes that have been created and modeled in your HEFLO environment, then you will have access to a process selection screen. If you are a user with an administrator role, then you will find all the processes in your environment, whether or not they are published in the process portal or in automation. You can also create user roles to limit access to the list of processes available on this screen. You have the option of searching for your processes using keywords. To give you an idea, I write the word finance. The system will then search for both processes that have the word finance in their name, and processes that contain this word in the process documentation. This word can be the name of a task, for instance, or a word contained in the documentation associated with any element of the process. I now put the keyword, sales. As you can see, there is a process called sales, and this search term appears in the title of the process. If no other process appears, this means that this process is the only one which contains in its title, its elements or its documentation, the keyword, sales. You also have the option to search by category. If you click on one of these categories, for example, human resources, then you will find all the processes that are associated with this category. When you click once on a process, then you have a better overview of it. In addition to that, you have a clock icon at the bottom right. If you click on it, you can then see the different existing versions of this process. To open a process in the editor, then select the version and click on OK. Or double-click on the image of the process to open the latest version available. You can also access the list of processes that exist in your environment by clicking on this icon. You will then find information about your processes. You can see the name of the processes, their category, and their author. The author of a process is the user who created the process. You have the process type information. You can also add columns to this list to provide additional information. You also have the option of triggering certain actions by clicking on these icons. If you click on this one, you then have access to the list of the different versions of the process concerned, and you can open the version of the process by clicking on this icon. By clicking on this icon, you directly open the latest version of the process in the process editor. I will go back to the process list. You can download the latest version of a process in BPMN format by clicking on this icon. This action is also available directly in the process editor. You can add additional information by clicking on this icon. This is the functionality of extra fields. You can delete a process by clicking on this icon. It is possible to archive a process and display the archived processes by clicking on this option. This screen allows you to access all of your processes in order to help you edit them. We can click on the folder icon. By clicking on this icon, we will be then redirected to the screen for searching processes to edit. This is the screen we saw at the start of the video. If you see your profile picture on any of the processes, it means you are currently on the edit screen of that process. We can use the search feature to find the process. We can also browse the different pages to search for it, or we can click on the related category. In our case, we are going to click on the supply chain category. And as you can see, we now have access to the 3 processes that are associated with this category. I will click on the process that interests me. I click on Purchase Material Goods and Services. I can also click on the clock in the lower right to see the existing versions. In our case, there is only one version. I will now be able to open the process in the editor.